And we're going live.
Hi, everybody. We're back for our Tuesday night week in review show, and we're going to be super unprofessional. It's Wednesday, not Tuesday, but, you know, sickness, hugging toilets kind of keeps you from being on a camera. Hi. I told you all in February I'm horrible.
We figured it would not be good to be recording from bathrooms because that would be gross.
It'd be very gross. Let's see. We're going to be very unprofessional tonight because both me and Sam here were miserable wrecks last week while we played catch up, and I was a miserable wreck because I literally had to play a month worth of catch up because I had 4 weeks of worth of almost everything to watch because, you know, I house sat at the end of December over Christmas and New Year's, and then I came home and my roommate broke her arm, and so I've been helping with that, and I haven't really had time to sit down and watch TV till this week. So it's been fun.
And of course you were sick.
Yeah, on top of that, I flew to and from Arkansas and then got like, I wanted to kill myself sick.
Of course, because this is the first time you've had a chance to sit down, so of course you're sick.
Yay.
Maybe just, if I go like this, will it make my nose perkier?
I just look like a pig when I do that.
I'll get one of those nose pinchers.
Yes. Make my nose smaller. Yeah.
And I'll just wear it all the time.
Yeah. I'm like incredibly red because I've broken so many blood vessels in my face this last week.
Oh.
From coughing.
I'm incredibly red because I have rosacea. Stupid Irish heritage.
Yeah. Like, that's probably partially what's going on here, but like, if you can see, I am an incredibly pale person naturally.
Look at this glowing. I have blue tattoos because black would be too stark a contrast. I'm that pale.
I don't know if I can twist my arm enough to show it. Dang it, I can't. How do I do this? There's a tattoo here. There we go. There it is. That's my tattoo. And it's blue too, because black would look horrid and garish. It used to have purple, but all the purple faded out of it. Like there is not an ounce of purple in it anywhere.
Mine are all blue, as you can see. This one has like electric blue in there because the guy was like, "You wanted to just be like ink blue? That's so boring."
Yeah.
I don't want to do boring.
The rest of mine, I unfortunately can't. I can't move clothing to show, so.
I have like a big one on my back. I have a big one on my back that's unfinished, and then I have my ankle, and then my elbow, which needs to be updated, and then my
this one here on my arm. It was the very first one I got. The start of a sleeve, and you can see I've done nothing further with it.
Yeah, this is the start of a sleeve too. Every time I get something published, I'm supposed to add to it, but like most of my publishing has not resulted in any money.
Mine is supposed to be my inspiration sleeve, and it's supposed to be music that has inspired me. So this is from the band Him. And then I have another one already drawn up that I'm going to get done like right around here. That's the logo for my all-time favorite band, CKY. But, you know, I'm not friends with the person who drew it for me anymore. So, like, I don't know if it would be appropriate to still use what she drew for me.
I get that.
Yeah.
I keep, like, toying with the idea of getting a fandom sleeve.
That would be awesome.
I'm going to add more flowers over here because I like flowers.
Yeah.
Shoulder. But then I was like, but then this shoulder is empty. Maybe it'll be fandom?
Yeah, that'd be cool. See, a big part of why I'm avoiding going all out with the sleeves is because I want to apply to work at Disneyland later this year.
Yeah.
And they're very anti-tattoo, and right now, I can put makeup on this and cover it. And the other ones would all be under my clothes. So.
My dad worked for a company that contracted with Disney in Orlando, And he had to shave his beard and his mustache, even though he has literally had one, the other, or both his entire life. It was so weird those couple of years. He had like no facial hair.
One of my friends, Caitlin, she works for them, and she said to me several times that I'm either going to have to invest in a wig or I'm going to have to bleach my hair out and dye it back to a normal color.
Yeah.
Because no green hair. So
I wouldn't want to wear a wig every day.
No, I'm hoping to do like one more really extravagantly fun color, like for the summer, and then bleach it out in the fall and apply around Christmas time.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Yeah, because hopefully by then I will either have settlement money from what's going on with my dad's property, or we'll have a second car, and then I can just go get a job. Anyways.
It's true.
There's hopefully going to be a car in my future by the end of the year.
Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about TV, aren't we?
Yes.
And not all this glitter that I keep seeing out of the side of my thing, and I'm very impressed with how good it
I'm
looks.
like petting the screen near your glitter, because glitter nail polishes, they're like my
It's so cool. Like
I love this one. I've yet to figure out what to do with this one, but I love it.
I have so many glitters.
Yeah. It's called Sugar Cravings.
Sugar Cravings.
And then I have Vegas Nights. And
get my fancy holographic.
Hello. Hello. Oh, here. This one's my absolute favorite right here.
So pretty. So sparkly.
I know. It's called Dashing and Prancing. It's supposed to be a Christmas one, but it's like a pink color. So I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, TV.
Where should we
we're
start?
supposed to be talking about. We can start with MacGyver, since they had the biggest twist of their mid-season finale.
Right. It still doesn't sit well with me how they just suddenly have a different boss, though.
Right, same. It's a little. I mean, she's fun. Don't get me wrong. She is fun.
Oh my God,
I like her already.
She's so great. But like Thornton was fine. No, she's a traitor, and then she's taken away, and so far no sign of her ever coming
this whole
back.
time they made us think that Nikki was a traitor, and then she wasn't. That doesn't sit well with me either.
But also, like, where the heck is she?
Yeah, she's like, oh, I was working undercover for the CIA. Now I'm gone again.
Because like, if she wasn't a traitor, why isn't she back in the team? Like,
unless she went to work permanently for the CIA or something.
So confusing. I wonder if who was playing Thornton got another job or pissed off somebody and got fired. That's what I wonder.
I'm wondering that myself. It'd be interesting to know.
They were acting like it was set up, but it didn't seem like it was set up. It seemed really sudden in the last act of that one episode.
Yeah, like, she did something wrong behind the scenes. We're getting rid of her, and this is how we're doing it.
Yeah, like half the people from the tail section in Lost.
Mm-hmm. Right? there's no tail section. Oh, here's the tail section shows.
Poor Nikki and Paolo. Everyone hated them.
Right? But yeah, I don't know. It did feel very rushed to me as well.
So do you think that the problem that the new boss has with Jack is that they dated and he's left her or something?
I don't know. I'm dying to find out, because it's at the point where they're going to tell us and then something happens, so Jack doesn't have to reveal why.
That's gonna be the running mystery in this goofy little show.
Well, the actress is only supposed to be in another TV series, but for just an episode. So I don't know. I started up Smartly tonight. I actually have Internet Movie Database open and off to the side here, so I can just yank it up when we need information.
That is super clever. I closed down everything because my computer is like, I can't do more than one thing at once. What do you want from me?
Yeah. And of course, computers charged wonderfully. all day today, and now that I'm trying to do the show, it doesn't want to charge.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm like holding the charger in hopes that I'll charge it up enough to where I don't have to sit uncomfortably the whole show. We'll try. Yes.
So I'm wondering if there's still more to go with the Nikki and Thornton storyline. Like maybe she actually is evil.
I guess so.
And Thornton is not.
Yeah.
But
I
right
would really
now,
hope
it doesn't
that
look
we
like
get some closure on that.
At the very least, we need to talk to her about something, and we see her one more time to verify once and for all whether she actually is evil.
Yeah. Well, it says she's supposed to be in episode 119. So what episode are we on right now?
13 or 15?
Yeah, episode 15. Episode 15 is on this Friday. So it looks like she will be back.
Maybe she'll go on the run, and Nikki will be chasing her, and they'll have to figure out how to work with her without ruining their jobs.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because we still don't know what is this secret organization that's fighting back against Phoenix Foundation.
Don't. It's true.
I still haven't decided what the opposite of a Phoenix is either. Whatever the opposite of Phoenix Foundation is, but
oh my god!
What?
I didn't even recognize the actress that plays Nikki. It's Charlie Matheson from Revolution.
Oh, I thought she looked familiar, but I only saw like 3 episodes of that show.
Yeah, I watched both seasons, and I was so pissed that we don't get a conclusion to that show. Really, really pissed.
Still are. Apparently, there's still lots of fanfic happening, like years later.
Yeah, and there's like a comic book too that's actually done by the creators, just like what they did with Jericho. But that one is online for free, and I keep forgetting to go read it.
Dumb.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Oh my goodness, though. What else about MacGyver? I like that Bozer is the one that made friends with the boss first, and everyone was like, no,
yes.
She's horrible, and then Bozer's like her best friend now.
I know, I loved that. That was just so adorably cute. I mean, he's all like scared of her and hiding down in his office doing his work, and she's just standing behind him all quietly watching him like a creeper, and he's just like, oh shit.
He's like got his headphones on and he's rocking out. Was that the part where she said that she'd been there for like 18 minutes waiting for him to notice?
Uh-huh.
That's so long to just stand there staring at someone.
I loved it. It was great. I just like I hope she stays on an even keel where, you know, Jack's scared of her, but everybody else likes her.
Right. And especially if every time he tries to make friends, she shoots him down again with that blank face.
Yes, she's just like.
That'd be so great.
I loved the episode where the helicopter they were in crashed, and they had to recapture the bad guy, and to charge the cell phone, they got it struck by lightning.
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh my god, that was so old school MacGyver. That episode was just so MacGyver.
The whole thing, like beginning to end, was jiggering everything. Like it was so great.
I know, it was like totally throwback to the original series, and it just made me so happy watching it. I was like, yes, this is what I watched when I was a kid. This is where they should have had Richard Dean Anderson make his cameo. That would have been perfect. Because I insist Richard Dean Anderson must make a cameo in this show.
He has to be somewhere. He can be his grandpa or something.
Right? Or even his dad, you know?
Even a picture even. I'd be fine with that.
Yes, exactly.
But that part when they were walking and the lady had the busted leg and her giant heavy crutch that he built, and they were taking turns helping her. That was just super cute, and then also really good character work because we got like backstories and stuff.
Yes, and then Jack's all flirting, trying to flirt with the pilot, and MacGyver's like,
she's like, dude, I'm married.
Yeah, and then Mac's like, I think she's married. No, she's totally into me. I'm married.
Jack thinks everyone is into him.
I know, it's so cute. He probably thinks MacGyver's into him.
I kind of think MacGyver is.
I think so too.
I think he's into MacGyver.
Yeah, no doubt.
If they're both going to insist on being straight, then they're going to have to also insist on being platonic life partners.
Yes, platonic life partners. Yes, I agree. They can never they can never break up MacGyver and Jack. It doesn't work.
Jack.
Yes. Jack. And then I lied. I said I had no notes. I have notes for the first episode I watched after coming back, which is the one where Riley went off the rails trying to save her mom.
Yeah.
And
I loved
that episode. I loved the interactions between her and Jack, and like totally just got the vibe that Riley wanted Jack to be her dad.
I know. Even if he never gets back together with her mom, he should just be her dad. Just accept the role and be her dad, and they can be a spy couple, a spy family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's obvious Jack wanted to be Riley's dad. Riley wanted Jack to be her dad. Jack beat the shit out of Riley's real dad. I mean, what more do we need to do to make it say Jack is Riley's dad? That is literally what I have written here. Jack is the dad. That's it.
Well, since they effectively shot down both of my previous favorite ideas for Jack, we're back to Riley's mom, so let's go. Put her on the show.
Come on. Let's do this.
Make her a character.
Great. And then I had a total sad moment at the beginning of the episode when her and Bozer were talking, and she's like, I've never had a good Christmas.
I know.
And I'm like, I just need to hug her. She's like the little cupcake.
And then at the end, they gave her a good Christmas.
I know. They gave her a wonderful Christmas.
And they gave her snow in LA.
Yes. Which is like never happens. Never.
Yeah, no.
In the 4 years I've lived here, it snowed once near my house. And again, I live out in the desert in the mountains.
On Lethal Weapon tonight, there's a scene where it's raining, and I'm wondering if they're not filmed in LA because of it.
Oh no, we've been having a lot of rain this winter, so it's very possible that they filmed those shortly after Christmas.
That's true.
But we can look and see what their filming locations are. That's not a problem.
They've got that LA filter, so for all we know, it could be 12 degrees in Canada.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tropical.
Yeah, I had a little laugh earlier. I was watching Little House on the Prairie, and it's supposed to be like the hottest summer on record. And one of the adults she climbs out of the lake, and she's yelling at somebody, and you can see the plumes of air coming out of her mouth. And I'm like, it is not the hottest summer in history.
This is the hottest summer I've ever felt.
Right?
I totally just got my bracelet stuck together when I did that.
Nice. Okay, it says all filming locations are in LA.
Huh.
We have been having kind of a wet winter though, so it may be possible.
Yeah, it must have been filmed like during that weird cold
big truck. Yeah, because we had some nasty weather here for a while back over Christmas. We had a lot of flooding and stuff, which we haven't had in years.
We have Lethal Weapon side tangents. Before we switched to Lethal Weapon, we were watching A Walk to Remember, and
okay,
is totally Clayton Crawford.
Wait, who is?
One of one of the dudes, what is his name? His name is not Michael, that's from Nikita.
Yeah. Oh, Sean. Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, one of his friends in the school is an itty bitty round faced Clayne Crawford.
Oh my god, it is! I just clicked on his name because I had the Lethal Weapon IMDb open. You're right, it is. It's Dean.
And like
he played Dean.
I literally never knew that. I don't think I've watched it since it was new.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there is no memory at all of seeing him in there.
Yeah. No, I don't remember that either.
But that means he didn't come out of nowhere. Like, he's been around for 15 years at least.
Yeah, true. But amusingly enough, I read an interview with him earlier today where he said he had a mental breakdown over how popular Lethal Weapon was getting, because he's like, I've never done such a big role, and
Oh man.
He's like, it's kind of scary and at the same time exciting.
That doesn't damage anything.
I know, right? He's like, it was really hard, and he goes, coming from like this little known role he played on a show that I've never even heard of. What was it?
He was in 2 episodes of Leverage.
Yes, he was. I'm working on that show right now, actually.
I just finished it. I just watched the last episode last night.
I'm in the 3rd season, so.
There's not enough episodes of that show. I mean, they cover a lot of emotional ground in the 10 to 15 episodes they get each season.
Yeah.
But I could do more. I could do with more.
Oh, I could. I love Christian Kane in general, but Elliot is like my favorite character. Followed very closely by Parker. I know. Parker's like my second favorite. Yeah, I do. I love all of them. They're awesome. We're gonna have to do another one of those canceled too soon shows.
I know.
Because we're sitting here talking, and we got we've mentioned 3 shows that were canceled too soon already tonight, and that's in just 30 minutes, folks.
But yeah, I started watching Leverage because there was a hacker and a thief in the same show, and they were interracial and in love.
Yes.
I came out of it with the weird punchy cowboy as my favorite character.
I know, right? I turned in for the exact same reason. I'm like, yes, interracial couple, awesome. And Elliot's my favorite.
I feel a little bit ashamed. I'm like, but thief and hacker though.
And then, on top of all that, the boy can sing, for real.
It's unfair. Sometimes I would be watching Leverage and there'd be something important happening and I would just be sitting there going, why is he so pretty?
I
know! Shut up, you're distracting me from your own plot.
You're distracting me with your pretty. I fell in love with you on Angel, now go away.
Don't show me those eyes so that I can focus on what's happening.
Right? Those smoky little... And his little growls when he's frustrated with stuff. He's like, ah! Okay.
And enough about Leverage. The stupid miraculousness of when he actually smiles. Oh my god.
It's so cute.
You haven't watched Librarians yet, have you?
No, but I heard he's in that too. Am I gonna have to go die over Librarians now?
And he's a similar character, but less murdery and more genius.
Less murdery.
Still the one who's gonna punch somebody's face off, but
I love it. Less murdery.
Less hair.
No, not less hair.
The blowout, the fantastic blowout was another character.
He's been in 30 episodes. That's impressive. Actually.
Someone on Twitter today during the live tweet for Lethal Weapon was like, am I the only one who thinks that Riggs should be on romance novels with all that hair?
Yes! Yes, 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 yes. He would be perfect on the cover of a romance novel.
So good.
Yes.
I don't know how these boys have worked their way into my favorite characters. Because normally it's like,
I know, right?
cowboy. Ugh, Southern.
Same. It's like he's totally not usually my type at all, but there's just something about him. Like,
They play
love him.
both of them play that character way too well.
Yes, they do.
Anything else about MacGyver?
Let's see. We talked about Jack thinking every woman and man on Earth wants him. We talked about poor sad Riley, because Riley needs all the hugs. And we talked about how awesome Bozer is because the boss likes him the most.
Bozer calls Riley his girlfriend, but I don't think that they've even so much as held hands yet, have they?
Or even gone on a date. She's only just given him all of her phone number.
Yeah. I like that she's not arguing. She's just like, yeah, I'm your girlfriend, but no, we haven't done anything yet.
Right? Yes, exactly.
It's weird, like they are.
Yeah, but that's what makes them adorable.
Give me all my weird little hackers. I'll just put them all in one show and then put that show in my pocket and then keep them safe.
Yes. Forever and ever, amen.
Forever and ever. Every hacker on television has hacked the Pentagon. Like, isn't that in all of their backstories?
Yep.
That's like how you prove a hacker on television.
They hacked the Pentagon because didn't Burkoff hack the Pentagon too?
He had to change his name, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. I think he officially changed his name after he killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't watched the last season yet. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
I've seen a lot of his scenes anyway because people keep reblogging him.
Oh, okay.
But on Scorpion, he hacked NASA and maybe the Pentagon when he was like 12.
Yeah. I'll have to watch Scorpion at some time.
It's so fun. And they have full-length seasons, so there's lots of episodes.
Nice.
Being a little bit ship stuck in harbor. The crew.
Right.
But ship on the show is progressing nicely.
That's good. Okay, so Lethal Weapon and all of its man pain.
Oh, so much man pain. That show is built on a foundation of man pain.
It seriously is. Because, like, we left it off with them trying to find out who killed Riggs' wife. I was like, I didn't even, you weren't anybody in Texas and you aren't anybody here. And I'm like, ow, my heart.
You weren't, so she was?
Yeah, exactly. Because her father is obviously like the chief of police in LA. Yeah.
Like, she could have been killed to get at her dad, but that's boring. So I'm hoping that she actually herself brought on her own death. Like, something she was doing made it worth killing her. Right. Rather than her being...
Because, like, we don't even know what she was going to college for in Texas when she met Riggs, so...
We don't know hardly anything except that they met at a bar because she was stranded.
Yeah,
and like
that's all we know, and it's like, give us more information here, show. I'd like to know more about Riggs' wife. She was so awesome. She moved on to another show.
She was so awesome. She elevated to the gayest show on television.
Yep, that is basically what she did.
But that was so sad. That whole entire thing. He was just so much of a disaster. That entire episode.
I know, and it's like, oh my god. And he kept getting drunk, and then he falls asleep on Murtaugh's couch, and And Murtaugh's
so
like,
cute.
I know, and he's all covering him with a blanket, and he goes, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you have the urge to leave, don't. And then he took his car keys from him anyways.
He took his car keys just in case.
I know, and I'm just like, bro, romance.
Such a baby. He's like laying there all half unconscious, all drunk out of his brain.
I know.
Murtaugh's throwing the blanket on him, and he's like kicking his feet out.
Oh, little drunk cowboy man. Little drunk cowboy man. What is it with us and cowboys?
When did that happen? I've been living in the South too long.
I know, and I've never lived in the South. So where did the little drunk cowboys come from?
I know, but before that, where Murtaugh or his wife Trish was like he can sleep on the couch, and he's like he can sleep in the driveway.
Yes. See, I like this show because it's like, it's dramatic and it's horrible and it's sad, but at the same time, you have the comedy that pops up. It's just like, okay, we lighten the mood. Thank you. Because I honestly don't think I could sit through the show if it was just constant sad drama. I couldn't deal with it. I
know. But also, it wouldn't be a very good adaptation if it was, because the
original was very comedic.
Crap.
Yeah. I love the movies. I need to rewatch them sometimes.
I do too, but they're so goofy.
Yeah, they are. They need to be on like Netflix or Amazon Prime, like so I can.
They were for a hot minute. That's how me and my sister watched 3 of the 4, like the week before the show started.
I'm looking at the wall over by the desk here. We had some water damage from the rain over Christmas, and I'm just looking at it because it ran down under the paint.
That's weird.
On the wall, and so the wall's all warped looking, where the paint got pushed out by the water running down.
So weird.
It is. I should take pictures of it and show you because it's kind of cool. I was just looking at it like, wow, that went all the way down to the floor. But yeah, and then like, what was it?
And that whole thing with that girl where he doesn't even remember her name.
Yeah.
That's why
the girl he slept with was like, oh baby, I need to pet you.
That episode is called Broken the Seal or something like that, which means he's gonna sleep with someone else.
Yeah.
That's what that means. You start it and you can't stop it. Like that was so. It was kind of hilarious when he woke up on the floor and his house was trashed and he ran away with no pants on.
It really was.
At the same time, it was so sad.
It was, and then he goes to the precinct in the bright pink swim trunks, and he sends one of the foot patrol officers back to his trailer to get his pants.
He wouldn't even go back.
I was like, oh boy, you poor baby, I need to come cuddle you. But he probably wouldn't accept it.
Probably. He'd be like, ooh. That random uniform though, he must like him because he just like went and brought pants and underwear and stuff for him.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like, you need to get me clothes.
I kind of like the idea that he thinks that he's an outcast and he's a disaster, but secretly everybody loves him because he's also charming.
Him. Right? Because even like the chief loves him. Like every once in a while he pulls Murtaugh aside, like, how is he doing?
Right? And that guy down in evidence who hates Murtaugh, like,
loves Rick. It's like, yes, I love it. We'll have to go out for a drink sometime.
We can swap stories.
Yeah.
What else?
My nose still wants to run from the cold of all colds.
Yeah, I still like my throat is still. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but I can hear the difference. It's like super gravelly and deeper.
Yeah, I can hear a little. I can feel the pressure at the back of my throat, so I know my voice sounds different tonight.
Oh my god, yesterday my glands were so swollen that it hurt from like my eardrums to my mouth and all down my neck into my collarbones.
Oh God, I hate when that happens.
This whole triangle of self just hurt.
Oh, I had.
I literally took like 5 naps yesterday.
I've been getting up early this whole week, like at 3:45 a.m. My one roommate get ready to go to work because she's out of her cast, but her one arm is still really weak. So I've been helping her get ready in the mornings, and then I go back to bed, and I usually get up at like 8 o'clock. And my clock went off at 8, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I turned it off, and I laid back, like, oh, just, wake up for, and the next thing I knew, it was 10 o'clock.
Oh, dang.
So obviously I needed some more sleep than what I got.
So when you're sick, you do. It like doubles your sleep needs.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the weapon.
The weapon. And then of course we had the scare with Murtaugh, with his pacemaker.
Oh my gosh, but that was so fun. It was so scary, but it was so fun.
I know, because Rick's got to be the concerned partner, like, no, you go home and rest. I'll deal with this. It's nap time. And he's like, stop trying to tell on me.
Oh my gosh, he was so like caring and gentle and terrified.
I know, because he's like, this is the first person I've cared about since my wife died, and now, oh God, his heart, oh God.
He stopped chasing after the bad guy at the beginning to take him to the hospital.
Right?
And he hasn't driven super fast with Raj in the car since then.
No, he hasn't. He's been very cautious with Roger in the car. It's like, I can't kill my partner.
Oh my god, and I do not ever want to be on Trish's bad side.
No. Oh my god, no.
Mad. She's like a shark in the courtroom.
Right? She's like, I am going to murder everybody. This guy is innocent.
She practically tore off Riggs's head when he was on the stand.
Right? He's like, but I thought you liked me.
I thought we were cool.
All right. He's like, wait, what happened? You were my friend.
The same episode where she tried to set him up with her random coworker.
I think so. Wasn't that the episode where he was like the drunk mess?
Yeah, well, yeah. I watched both of those episodes like the same day. I don't remember where the dividing line was.
Yeah, I did too, because like I said, I had like 3 or 4 episodes that I had to play catch up on.
Yeah.
I'm never going to catch up with Colony. I'm like 4 episodes behind now, and I meant to sit down and watch it today, but I was just like, I'm going to watch this show about dogs instead.
I haven't watched any of this season of Colony. I haven't watched any. There's like 6 episodes of Emerald City now somehow.
I think we have 1 episode to watch here with Emerald City. We still have to watch last week's episode of Riverdale, and then we're probably going to have to watch 2 episodes when we sit down to watch that, because that's on tomorrow.
Yeah.
I caught up with Magicians yesterday.
With Magicians, and I was going to watch that tonight, but then I wound up watching comedies in that hour.
Right.
But like, that show is bonkers. Speaking of,
yeah,
like the whole how you become king thing. You have to answer the trivia questions about 90s pop culture in America.
Yes, I loved it. I was like, that is very perfect.
And the Guardian, he was like, I'm sorry, I seem to have died while I was waiting for you.
I laughed at that. I was like, oh my god. And poor Penny with his hands. Like, okay, the dude didn't suffer enough having his hands chopped off.
And he was just like walking around with that box like this for like that whole first episode.
I was like, poor Penny. I want a dog.
Poor Penny. And they didn't even consider him for a crown.
I know, but apparently there's something big ahead for him, so.
Apparently. And I guess he didn't want it anyway, but like, I'm kind of shipping him with that teacher, though.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but she said he had to wait till he graduated, so.
He's only like their first year.
Yeah, so he's got a ways to go.
That means we got 4 years of them just throwing sparks and lighting stuff on fire by accident.
Yay! Eventually, I'm going to get around to going to the library and getting these books and reading them because I want to.
Those books and the Expanse books I need to read. They're on my reading list.
Yeah. The Expanse books are on my reading list. I will try again. Maybe like in March when I know I'm going to like not get sick as soon as I start watching TV.
Yeah. Well, I mean, over the summer we'll need to talk about stuff. We can talk about it then.
Yeah. It's just I'm not recording the new season right now, so I mean,
it should just stay on demand or something, though, doesn't it?
Okay, as long as it stays on demand, I can watch it when I finish season 1, which I'll try probably in March when shows start going on hiatus and I'm not so stressed to watch TV.
It's true.
It's true. I mean, I know we lost frequency last week. Was last week the last episode?
I think so.
And I don't know if we're getting the second season, which is making
anything
me
more
sad
than like 2 days is a little vague.
Yeah, same.
I didn't learn how to tell time until I was 10. Like, this is a thing.
Don't ask me to read a non-digital clock. Let's just put it that way.
Dude, I still have trouble. Those watches that don't have numbers, like, how do people read those?
I don't know. What the hell? Why do people make watches like that? That's so ugly. I don't like those. I don't like those at all.
But see, I have no problem with, like, if you tell me, like, oh my god, I did it again. If you tell me something is at 12 o'clock or at 6 o'clock or whatever, like, that's fine. I got that.
Yeah.
Tell time on a clock that doesn't have numbers, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're like, nope, that's not a time. There's no time. There's no numbers, so there is no time.
And it's made worse by the fact that I can't wear watches. Like, I drain batteries.
You have the same issue I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Watches.
Like electronic fucking.
My mom got me a watch when I graduated with a brand new battery and everything, and it was dead in 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. So, I guess we can talk about Frequency since you brought up Frequency, because they had their finale.
Yes. Oh. Okay. I have no idea. I just got a notice from Google, and I don't know why. Yes, Frequency. Oh my god, that finale.
Especially that last 5 minutes. Like, the episode was already so tense, and then that last 5 minutes, I don't think I breathed at all.
I know. I was like,
I was dead.
Yeah, I was like, no. And then Gordo is like an orphan now because like I don't know if we ever saw a mom at all in the series.
I remember them ever mentioning they just mentioned that his dad was a hard ass.
And then the night I want to call him the Night Vale, and I know that's not right. Nightingale.
I'm like falling out my shirt over here. Don't mind me.
I have 2 on, so I don't do that.
Yeah, the Nightingale who turned out to not be
we thought it was Deacon,
but the father took the fall for it.
Right? Like, you're gonna go be better and not do this anymore, and I'm gonna take the fall for you. And then he went and did it anyway.
And he went and did it again. But then they smashed the machine.
Yeah, that's gonna be like, I mean, everything's hunky-dory as it can be, except, you see the creepy guy outside of Raimi's house at the end, and Frank is still...
Whoever that is.
Technically. Yeah, Franco's still dead, but, he died only 4 years ago in a car accident instead of being, shot.
Yeah, like,
her mom's still alive.
So
yeah, he died a normal death.
I was so scared when they were still in there and, like, they got Raimi out, then they got the mom out, but there was no Gordo, and I was so scared that Gordo got killed too.
I know, I was like, oh shit, did they kill Gordo? And then you see Gordo on the couch at the end, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So now Gordo is a lawyer, which is like, yeah, I know, I was like, oh shit.
But, like, why did no one grab him when they grabbed Raimi? Why was no one hugging him in the safety car?
I think it's like Raimi ran out of the garage.
She should have grabbed her damn best friend.
I know, she'd be like, come with me, Gordo, to the safety van.
To the safety van.
But, she was probably only thinking, oh my God, this smear man who just shot my best friend's dad just took my mom. Oh my God, I have to hurry after them.
That's true. But Gordo...
I need closure for Gordo over his dad. I need that because their relationship was such shit. What little of it we saw, and now his dad's dead.
So little,
he never had that relationship with his dad. Yeah,
there was so little his life at all. We never saw his kids. We never saw his wife. We never even heard about a mom. Something just happened. It sounded like you were underwater on that last sentence.
Am I back? Am I okay? Because I was messing with the power cord, and that might be what's doing it.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, what I said is there was I need closure for Gordo because there was no relation. There's now no relationship between him and his father at all.
Yeah.
Where before there was I'm unhappy because you wasted all this time to become a lawyer and you're just a stay-at-home dad now. Which I think props to Gordo, stay-home dad, awesome.
Right? Like he's one of very few on TV.
Yeah. It made me happy.
I wanted him to stay friends with not Daniel.
Officer Hot Pants?
Hot Pants. Officer Nice Smile.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Because he was just like, you're the best. And then she left and they didn't notice because the two of them were hitting it off so well.
Yeah. I don't know. I need a second season of Frequency, super bad. I
need a second season too, but they wrapped it up well enough that at least it's not a freaking cliffhanger, really.
Yeah, they didn't cliffhang us, which makes me happy, but I would love for a second season. Please, CW, you so rarely cancel shows.
#renew.
#renew. Come on.
Renew Frequency. Something else on CW that was new this year just got renewed, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, so we might still get a renewal for Frequency.
There's lots of tweeting when it happens.
Yeah, it's very active. And I feel horrible because when Frequency started, I was about it because I was I don't know. I was very, very, very supportive of 12 Monkeys, all 12 Monkeys, all time travel 12 Monkeys, and then I fell in love with this show too.
I know. Well, time travel is such a good plot device. But Frequency just hit Netflix, and you can watch the entire first season. So if anybody is watching this and you haven't seen it yet, go watch it on Netflix.
Go watch it right now. It's an amazing show. You will love it.
You can watch it in a day. It's probably even more fun when you're watching it all together with no commercials. But yeah. I want to know how they fix that machine.
I know. I need to know. And now I'm having a sad.
I know. It's established that if you do something to the machine in the past, it happens in the future. So if they busted the shit out the machine, it's gonna be all busted up in the Raimi's time. She's gonna go in there and find it busted.
Or is there no machine at all anymore because it got busted in the past?
So, like, what gives?
I know, it's a time conundrum.
But we still don't know about, like, that guy from the hospital. Was he actually crazy, or did he actually build his own machine? And if
Right,
he did,
was he actually getting messages from his future self?
yeah. And if he did build the machine, can he help her fix the current one?
Right. Was God from Supernatural getting messages from his future self?
But see, the fun thing about him is that he's the Frank in the story because he's the one in the past.
Getting messages, but it's from his future self, not his daughter or future child.
He's the Frank, not the Raimi in his story. So, like, he's getting information from even further in the future. Raimi stuff. So we need a second season because of all that.
We need some closure on a few of the little plot points.
I don't think that this show. I don't think this show could handle a full-length season.
No.
2 more episodes.
Yeah, like 2 more episodes. Make it. How many episodes?
I think there was 13. It was a standard half season. But I would be okay with 13 next season. I'd be okay with 10 because then we'd still be getting a season.
Yeah, I'd be good with 10, but 13 would be awesome. Or even like 18, because that's what's it called got this season. Legends.
Which seems to have stranged up the tail end of their season, though.
I know. I'm very, very concerned about the tail end of this season for Legends of Tomorrow. But I will discuss that on Friday or Sunday. I gotta give you a heads up about Sunday, but I don't think I'll miss the show. But I am going to a party at noon out in Orange County. But we expect to be back by no later than 6.
Just give me a heads up. I mean, we can just push it back a little if you're home later.
Yeah.
Hour.
Yeah, because I should be home like no later than 6. I think. I'm like choking
that froze on a really funny face. For like a second, it was just like.
Okay, so like Aftermath ended, and for some reason my DVR did not record it, so I don't know what happened, how that season ended.
I watched the last episode yesterday.
Okay.
But I realized I had not watched the one before that, so I still have a gap in Aftermath. I'm still like, what the crap? What does this even mean? Where is it going?
Why? All these questions. So I actually removed it from my record. I think I'm over it. I don't think I can stand another season of it, to be honest.
It's such a weird show.
There were too many questions and not enough answers.
They did clarify that the supernatural stuff is just one side of a spectrum that has like quantum physics on one side and supernatural stuff on the other. The waves that they were talking about are going through all dimensions and knocking stuff into our dimension, which is where all the supernatural stuff is coming from.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Figure out what to do about it. So
that's probably going to be what they do next season. Let's figure out how to fix this problem now and give you 8 million more questions.
They said that there's three waves. This is just the first wave, and that it's supposedly survivable, so there could be 3 seasons if they don't get canceled. But I don't know if I can stand the wandering and the constant dying.
Yeah, it's like the kids are like fucking Black Widows, all 3 of them.
Right? They're awfully young to be having dead husbands and wives all over.
Right? Both daughters lost their love interests, and the boyfriend, the brother, was like had a love interest. I guess did she disappear? Did she die?
She went off. They found her and she was not dead.
Oh, okay.
Like, so then.
Yeah, like why does the brother get to keep his girlfriend?
Especially since I really like the boys.
Yeah,
Devin
both of them were
and
cute. Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
They were so good. And considering they were only around for like 4 minutes collectively, they did a really good job of building those relationships.
Yes.
And then they just died.
I know, it's like, oh, we're so in love, and you're dead.
See, like the show does characters well, but it has no idea what to do with its own plot.
Right.
Did you know that the one that plays Brianna was in Deadpool?
I did not.
She's the girl that hires him at the beginning to beat up the guy with the pizza.
Oh my god, you're right, it is.
The beginning. We were rewatching Deadpool and I'm like, that's Brianna. So, Aftermath is off.
Yeah, Aftermath is off.
Maybe we'll replace it with
something new.
What's the other one? Winona Earp when it comes back next year.
Yeah, maybe. I have to watch the first season of that still, and I don't even know what that's on where I could stream the first season. So.
I don't know. I saw the first half of the first season, and it was great fun. It was kind of dumb, but it was great fun.
Yeah.
And it was like super queer, so there's that.
Super queer. Yeah, I know. There's like totally lesbian main characters.
Yeah.
That was what I saw, because like everyone was like, "Hey, way hot" or whatever that is. I don't know.
It's super fun though. Like,
yeah, I'll have to. I want to check it out because like everyone said it was really good, and I feel bad that I didn't watch it when it originally aired. But hey, it got a second season, so that gives me a chance.
Yeah, it was on not conflicting at the beginning, and then something else came on and there was conflict, and I kept forgetting to go back to get it.
Yeah.
But it made it through the whole season without getting canceled, so.
There's that.
And the bad guy's name is Bobo.
Oh, come on, no way.
Seriously. He's like a demon-possessed creepazoid with weird hair. And his name is Bobo. Which is funny thing is that's what the nephews call my brother.
Nay.
So that's all. What's next? Designated Survivor is still gone.
Yeah, Designated Survivor is gone till March, so that gives me a month to play catch up on that, thank God.
I'm so curious how it's going to read when it comes back, since our political climate has changed so drastically from when it started. Yes. Like, is it going to be a fantasy now? Someone useful fixing the government from scratch?
Yeah, it'll be interesting nonetheless, at least.
What else do we watch? Like I said, I haven't seen Emerald City.
Yeah,
I've only seen like 2 episodes of Beyond. I need to catch up on that.
I haven't seen Beyond at all. Oh wait, I watched the first episode of Beyond. I need to get around to watching more of that, but it's like that's another show that's on when other stuff was on, and I know all of it is on demand, so I can get on there and just like watch it. But I had a lot of shit to catch up with, so.
Oh no! But apparently it's really worth it. They say it gets really good, like as it keeps going.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So I do want to give Beyond a chance.
Do it already.
What else?
It got renewed because of 40,000 views on between the pilot and the online.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Oh, their information is clear enough that they know the first time it was viewed all the way through from first episode to last episode online, and that was like before the premiere had aired.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm behind on Shadowhunters also.
I don't watch Shadowhunters at all, so.
I love the books and the show I mostly like, but there's some things where I'm just like, why? Mm-hmm. Why is that changed?
Yeah.
Why? And I don't remember what our other show that we talk about normally is.
Designated Survivor, Lethal Weapon, MacGyver, Aftermath.
Frequency. I guess that's all of them.
Yeah, that's all of them. So we've covered everything. Go us.
Because half of them are not on anymore.
Yeah. Somebody who died yesterday. Somebody died yesterday, and I can't remember who it was.
I didn't hear about anybody dying.
It's the original Apollo from Battlestar Galactica. Richard Hatch.
That's sad.
Yeah, and he went on to play like a villain in the remake. I can't remember. Hold on.
On your lap.
Yeah, he just died yesterday.
In a vehicle. And the sheep on the lamb in Apex police say this guy was down roaming near Beaver Creek.
They literally just said on the news downstairs that they found a sheep on the lamb.
Yeah. He played Tom Zarek, who was he was in the prison ship. And he
on what now?
He was on the prison ship on Battlestar Galactica. Tom Zarek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he ran for president.
I've only seen the first episode of the first season of the new Battlestar, and then scattered episodes after that because I want to love it so hard, but it's so heavy that it's hard to mainline.
It is. It took me 3 years to get through the entire show, just put it that way. But the only reason I picked it up was for one actor and one actor only.
Which one?
He is Callium Keith Rennie. He played I closed Internet Movie Database. He played one of the Cylons. Hang on. He was Leo Ben Conway, but if you've only seen the first season, I don't think you knew him as Leo Ben.
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
Sorry. Thank you. Like, here's a character, like, the further into the show you got, the more important his character got. It was kind of fun.
That's cool. I feel like that's how it should go.
Mm-hmm. He was one of the original, like, humanoid Cylons.
Trisha Helfer is on Lucifer now.
Yeah.
She plays Lucifer's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the same age.
I think he was number 2.
That plays Lucifer.
Yeah. And then we're getting Gaius Baltar on 12 Monkeys next season.
Oh, I'm excited about that. He's pretty. And he's good at everything.
Mm-hmm. He is. I agree.
I've seen him on a couple of shows, and he's always good. And he's good at that morally gray thing, which is exactly what 12 Monkeys does.
Yes. She was Kara. She was in. Okay. Huh. Actually, it's really funny. Katie Sackhoff is on Longmire, and actually, the last season they aired, so was Callium Keith Rennie.
Reunion.
I know. I love shows that do like reunions like that. It's in lots of back to the stuff they were in. I need to watch the newest season of The Longmire just to see if there's jokes back to like what's it called, to Battlestar Galactica.
I've never watched any season of Longmire.
I think I've seen like the first or second seasons only.
It's kind of on my list, but
Yeah.
like far down. I'm only vaguely aware of it. And it's just like a straight murder mystery, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. I just started watching it because I was bored, and it got moved to Netflix, and Netflix is making new seasons, so.
Yeah. Netflix just renewed the OA, which I haven't watched yet.
People are giving me differing opinions on that. Like, some people are like, oh my god, it's so amazing, and then other people are like, what the fuck are you people on? This is a horrible show. So I don't know. I'm leery.
Like, one of my friends said that there's one particular plot point where if you can swallow that one plot point, everything is great.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then you're going to hate it. So I think that's where the divider is.
Yeah.
But he's the same one who described it as if did the Breakfast Club, which kind of makes me want to watch it. So.
Okay, that makes me want to watch it too, because Breakfast Club, oh my god, favorite movie ever.
Love that movie so bad. High School Detention was not nearly that cool. Especially since I was in detention for stupid things like having skin showing.
I went to detention for missing school.
I skipped all the damn time. I never went to detention for that. I went to detention
I would be like 2 or 3 minutes late because the person I rode to school with had to stop and get a coffee before they got to school. And so I'd be 2 or 3 minutes late. They'd be 2 or 3 minutes late, but I'd get a detention and they wouldn't.
There was one year our bus ran 2 routes and couldn't figure out the timing. So I was 10 minutes late because the bus was late, and I got in trouble for that.
Lame.
But not everyone else on the bus. Just
no, of course not. Just you.
Certain of us.
I actually went for being late because the guy I rode to school with was late. I went off on the teacher about it. I said, that's not fair. Why isn't he getting a detention too? And he goes, we're not talking about him. This is about you and you always being late. And I said, yeah, but me always being late isn't my fault.
Because of him. Who is also late because of the same car.
It was frustrating. And then they're like, we'll find another person to drive you to school. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm going to talk to any of the other rich dicks I go to school with.
So sore.
Sorry.
It's a pervasive body ache. It creeps up on me at night. Like, usually by the end of the day, I just hurt. Like, I didn't even write anything today, but my whole arm hurts like a writing day.
I'm sorry. So we'll be, I'm guessing, are we going to add Legion to Sunday, or are we adding Legion to tonight?
I thought we're going to put it on Sunday because it's a comic book.
Okay. So
although tonight does have more space right now.
Yeah, because we're really empty right now. Because literally we have like people on MacGyver right now.
Yeah, and there's only a couple more episodes of both of those.
Yeah. So maybe we should put Legion on for tonight, and maybe, like, I want to leave Riverdale on Sunday because that'll be easier for Barbara to come on and do the show.
Yeah.
Because Tuesdays she's tired from being at work all day, and that's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can do that. We can fill out with Legion, and we can see what else comes up on the schedule that we can.
There's got to be some more shows starting that I want to watch.
Gotta be something. Let's look at my calendar. Lego Batman, but that's not a show.
That's a movie, yeah.
Humans is coming up, but I didn't watch all of the last season of that one.
I've not even seen a single episode of that, so.
It's pretty neat. It's British sci-fi. It has that kid from Arthur.
Okay.
Camelot? What was that show? The kid that played Arthur.
Oh,
that new show Taken is starting at the end of the month.
Based off the other Mel Gibson movie?
It's based off of the Liam Neeson movie.
Oh, Ransom is what I was thinking is the Mel Gibson movie. And then we also have Training Day coming up soon, too.
I think that one started this week. Maybe?
If it did, I missed the first episode, so.
I don't know. I didn't like the movie of that one. I don't care if they make a remake.
Oh, I forgot about Powerless, and I did actually want to watch that.
Powerless, yes, that was the other one. I missed that. That one premiered last week, and I missed it.
Yeah,
the second episode is
NBC.
tomorrow.
I'm going to see if I can grab that off of my on-demand and watch that, because I did want to watch that. Training Day didn't interest me, neither did 24 Legacy or APB.
Yeah, I watched literally like 3 minutes of APB while I was waiting for something else because there's like Lucifer's not on anymore, so I've got a gap.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I'll just see, and it was just like 3 minutes was boring at the beginning of the episode, so I didn't even bother.
Right. Bacon starts the 27th if we want to try to watch that.
I want to see if he can do that growly voice.
Yeah.
I want to see how he got his particular set of skills.
The 100 returned on the 1st, so I'm like 2 weeks behind on that now.
Yeah, that's another one. I've only seen 4 episodes of the first season.
Yeah.
Just jump in wherever we are if we wanted to do that. But
yeah.
I follow the guy on Tumblr who does all the language stuff for that show, and it's super interesting. Like, he's actually physically a linguist who is inventing languages for that show.
Oh, nice. Oh, we've got Iron Fist starting March 17th.
You got what? Oh, Iron
Fist. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy about that. Okay.
I saw
Unbreakable
a sneak peek of that. I saw a sneak peek of Iron Fist this morning with Girls, where she's this teeny tiny little girl and 2 gigantic guys in a cage match.
Oh, okay.
Fighting ring, and she took them out. Her teeny tiny self. It was great.
Nice.
Tiny chick solidarity.
Starting in April. Prison Break. I will have to talk about Prison Break in April.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on one second. Hang on 1 second.
Plenty of stuff in April.
Oh, you hear the frog? You know what starts on my birthday? Doctor Who. No, Doctor Who. I know. I get Doctor Who for my birthday.
When is that? Is that April? That is April.
April 15th, yeah.
The Ides of April.
No, they do not have 12 Monkeys listed for April.
It's coming up soon. We know it's April-ish. But, like, there's lots of stuff in April. We'll be fine on our show in April.
Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead is back in May, and that's the only thing in May. Oh, we get a new season of Sense8 in May as well.
Oh, yeah. Sense8 is so good.
I need to finish watching the first season.
I do, too. It's so emotional that I can watch 2 episodes at a time, but then I have to take a break. Like Travelers. Travelers was so good in that first episode that I haven't been able to go back yet.
Yeah.
I had to find a good documentary to soothe my poor feels from the first episode when I don't even know anyone's name yet.
Nothing is starting in July or August. September. Let's see if September. They have anything listed for September? Nope. October?
July and August are the lame months.
Stranger Things. Like the awesomest month ever because we get Stranger Things.
So excited. But like July and August are going to be tail ends of seasons, or it's gonna be one shots and miniseries. Like,
Yeah.
that's when stuff is lame.
Yeah. But that's okay. We'll figure out shit to talk about. We always do.
We'll talk about Leverage for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, we could. I could do that. I think over the summer we can do some more of our like little random shows. We can actually do the one about writing and stuff and books.
The one that we keep not doing.
The one we keep not doing. We'll just schedule that one in July.
Back in the middle of July.
We can do another canceled too soon show.
Yeah. And I'm sure there'll be movies to talk about. That's going to be, like, all the movies.
It's the middle of the summer, yeah, because we've got, like, I am supposed to be writing up a list for me and Barbara of the movies we want to see this year, and I haven't done it yet.
I made a list last year. I have
Guardians, Thor, that's just 3 movies right there. I'm sure we'll have plenty of things to talk about.
It just feels empty because our particular 5 shows are ending right now.
And we may still be discussing 12 Monkeys in the summer. I know the show only has 10 episodes this season, but if it starts in April or May, yeah, it's 2.5 months. We'll still be discussing what we're always discussing. Am I saying?
We're always discussing 12 Monkeys. Don't lie.
No lie. We're always discussing 12 Monkeys, like at least once an episode.
Oh, that show is starting soon. That'll be going through the summer. That can be our time travel summer show.
Oh, Time After Time. I'm leery, but I'll give it a chance. Yeah,
I'll give it an episode or 2. But what I want out of it, I was telling my sister, what I want out of it is Kate and Leopold with Jack the Ripper finding that modern women are harder to kill.
Yes.
At least once, and then I'll be okay with it. But seriously, Kate and Leopold, that's what I want.
I need it. I agree. And acted together.
But so far, I'm pretty impressed with all these clone time travel shows. It could have been a disaster, but
I did not give Timeless a chance. I will admit it. I did not give Timeless a chance. I did not watch the one on Netflix.
Better than I expected.
I did not watch the one on Netflix yet.
That first episode was freaking good, though.
Yeah.
I want to see more. I just haven't got around to it yet because there's so much other stuff to watch.
The same. That's my issue too. And
I need to periodically watch brain candy shows just to like brain sorbet, just to clean it out.
I want to watch Frontier on Netflix with Jason Momoa and Landon LeBron because those are both.
Momoa is so big and so pretty.
I can't. And then Sunday I've got Walking Dead coming back, so I'll be kind of talking about that probably on Tuesdays. Just a little bit of mention because this season is amazing. All because of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, seriously.
I'm only really
I was getting close to being.
I'm really only really interested on whether Daryl and Carol finally make out.
Apparently, at Walker Stalker Con this last week, somebody asked if Daryl and Jesus were gonna hook up, and Robert Kirkpatrick was like, "No!" And I'm just like, okay, good, because I want Daryl and Carol to hook up. Nobody else can be with Daryl but Carol. Period.
It wouldn't make any sense otherwise. She's literally the only person he has ever showed any sort of interest in.
And it drove me nuts when you had the little fangirlies going, "Oh, Beth and Daryl," and I'm like, no, she's 16. No, he's old enough to be her father.
I would have been okay with that because it's the apocalypse and they were very sweet, but it probably wasn't that. And I think she had a crush on him, and he was baffled. That's how I was reading it.
I get the very strong feeling he really does not understand human emotion all the time.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that he's about the most socially awkward person ever. And the only reason he's functional at all is because he lived in the backwoods and he knows how to survive now.
Right?
But yeah, like the only person he's really properly bonded with, like in any sort of adult way, is Carol.
Exactly. Like he's reached out to her and she's reciprocated, and you know, I get it, he's really good friends with Rick and all that, but it's not on the same emotional level as it is with Carol.
Yeah. And Rick is busy right now with his samurai, so
his samurai, his Michonne, and you know, dealing with Negan. Negan.
One of the posters that came out, someone said they're pretty sure that Carol is going to go take on Negan directly now.
Oh, that'd be fun. I could get behind that.
They said something like Carol is back or something like that.
I could deal with that.
They took down Terminus by herself, so why not?
Basically, yeah, Terminus was such a waste. It was just to show us how badass Carol could be, I guess.
Every villain winds up being such a waste. Like, just let them rebuild some shit for a while.
So far, Negan has been the best villain we've had throughout the entire series. So,
but like, I'm just really, really tired of every villain being worse than the previous, and everyone they meet being more of a psychopath. Like, just let them build something and keep it for a while.
Yeah. Right? Usually just let them be peaceful and happy for a few years and just like fight off zombies for a few years. Though I have a feeling we're fast approaching the time jump from the comics. Because like,
well, I mean, so much less time has gone by for them than has for us, that they're gonna have to time jump at some point anyway. They've had like 15 babies playing Judas because there's so much time to film it.
Actually, it's hilarious that one of the original babies that played Judith, like back when she was like first born, is the little blonde baby sister of Will. Will? Is that right? On Stranger Things.
Yeah. But she's like 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, she's like 3 or 4 now, and the baby they have currently is growing up very fast. So yeah, I do think they're gonna have to do a time jump for at least for her sake soon.
And like the girl that played the little baby Walker in the first episode, I've seen her at cons. She's like a teenager now.
I know. When she did that little scene at the very beginning, and now she's like 14, 15. Sophie from seasons 1 and 2 is like, no.
No.
It's like, stop now.
That's the problem with acting with kids if you're going to have like a super intense storyline that doesn't cover a lot of time.
Yeah, that is an issue. Like Carl in the comics right now is only like
the entire first season was only a couple of months.
Yeah, and then like Carl in the comics, where before they time jump, was only like 9, 10 years old. And obviously Chandler Riggs is like 16, 17 years old.
And like 6 feet tall and all deep voice and floppy haired.
Right?
Somehow got shot in the eye and didn't die because of magic?
Well, no, apparently, like, it was explained, it, like, ricocheted off the orbital socket. It didn't actually, it, like, went and tore his eye open, but then it, like, ricocheted off the eye socket into his brain. Magic!
I mean, in a show where anyone who dies at any time of any reason can turn into a zombie, I guess the science holds up, but
yeah, exactly, right? Use your imagination here, Sam. I'm just
Yes.
I mean, when I read it in the comics, so.
I've only read the first comic. They gave me a special commemorative first episode for free in one of the cons we went to.
Oh, nice.
The pilot is so close to that first issue, though.
It is. It really is.
Frame for frame.
They did amazing with that, with the comic to the show in the first few episodes.
A lot of irritation that I have for the show now, but the pilot is one of the best pilots I've seen on television. It was so spooky and so quiet. The scares were real and sudden, and it was subtle, which I don't think they remember how to do now.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's now everything is more focused on the human drama, and we so rarely see zombies. And I know the whole first half of last season was leading zombies away and blah, 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 zombie, but
it's there's millions of zombies. There's so many zombies that it's not like a individual personal thing anymore. It's just like a wave.
Yeah, exactly. It's not... I don't know. It's okay, spoiler alert for anyone who's listening to this little discussion about Walking Dead. It's I saw the most recent release. Somebody posts them in a group I'm on. And Negan is now Team Rick. Yeah, Negan is totally after the time jump. Apparently is Team Rick. I need to do some catch-up reading.
Are they gonna reconcile during the time jump and not on the show? Because that would be so stupid.
Okay, so the prison that Morgan built last season, I want to say, or was it the first? Yeah, it was last season. Morgan built a prison, a prison cell, and Rick puts Negan in the cell to pay for his crimes, and they do the time jump, and Negan's in the cell during that entire time jump, and he's let out shortly after the time jump. So I don't.
He's gonna be reformed. Ah, you're gone. Where you did go? Hello? Hello? The little square is back, but you are not back.
That'll help. Look, it's just
Let's see if you want to come back.
It's a small price to pay to avoid aggravating Judith. Thank you. You're a big girl.
Let's see.
Are there any out here?
That is not what I meant to click on.
Good. We'll see you next Saturday. Doctor, you should know, he doesn't really see dead people. Oh, of course not. He's just trying to resolve emotional issues through visualized fantasy.
So, I sent a tweet to see if she's coming back. And if she's not coming back, we'll be back on Sunday, like she said. And we'll be talking about the DCU shows. Because they're awesome. And I have a lot of feels about time travelers. Which multiple of them are now. Freaking everybody in the DCU is a time traveler now. Somehow. Next week we'll be talking about Legion, which I'm super excited about, you guys. I missed it because we're filming here on this Wednesday, but normally I would be watching that and tweeting live. You can come tweet with me. I'm Pirate Girl Jack on the tweets. I'm on almost every night. Come to the tweets. That's also how you hear about our show, so you remember that we're on.
I'm back.
You're back.
The computer went.
Yeah, it was sudden. You were just talking and then you were gone. It didn't even freeze first.
No, it barely froze. It went, I'm dead. and it like when I lost connection and I was gone, so I like hopped on the tablet super quick. But yeah, it's like I need to do some catch up reading, but it's like apparently Negan is now Team Rick, so I don't know.
That might be okay. Having a psychopath on your side is better than being against him.
He's such a fun little psychopath, so it works. You know, he's a psychopath you love to hate. Yeah, I know, right? I could do with Jeffrey Dean Morgan being on the rest of the show, like every season.
He can be their pet psycho.
Right? Their pet psycho with his Lucille. Actually, Lucille, more spoilers. Lucille bites the dust, so.
I've been seeing more and more articles where like the people that have been reviewing for the entire time of the show are getting more and more pissed and frustrated. And apparently their ratings are getting bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
The ratings are going
happy
down.
with this season. I'm happy with this
some
season.
People are super happy and some are really mad. There's like nothing in between this year.
Yeah.
If they get Carol and Daryl together, that'll save a lot of the fans.
Yeah, that'll bring in the Carol Daryl shippers who have been like, we love Carol and Daryl forever. And I'm just like, whatever.
But they killed Glenn, so like who? There's only one ship on the show right now, maybe two.
Yeah, because they killed Abraham, who was with Sasha and the other chick. Tara's girl got killed. Who else got killed?
You're not allowed to just be. You're not allowed to find anything good in the world the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it does
There's
feel
gotta
that
be
way.
something good.
Give
Gotta be
us
something good, or else why are they fighting?
Right? What are we fighting for?
Exactly.
Though I will say I will be sad if the show ends without like telling us why or what the whole idea of this story was behind. Because, you know, Robert Kirkpatrick has been very adamant in saying, no, it's not a coma dream. It's not Rick's coma dream. It's not a coma dream. And I'm like, uh-huh. They're going to pull a Lost and they're all in purgatory. That's what's going to happen.
Oh my god, I was so pissed with Lost. I'm still pissed, and it's been freaking years.
I was so mad.
It's been like 8 years.
I'm still mad about Lost being purgatory. I was more mad about Charlie.
The whole time.
I was more mad about Charlie dying. I'm like, Charlie was my baby.
I know, but like seriously, the entire 6 years wasn't religious. It wasn't supernatural. There was a scientific, real reason for everything.
And then
that last season,
purgatory.
And then that last season, they were like, okay, maybe it's also the devil and whatever. And oh, by the way, belly button of the world, purgatory.
Yeah, which was like hilarious with God and the devil. And wasn't God played by the devil from? Wasn't God played by Lucifer from Supernatural?
That.
I did too. I was like, wait.
But like, they could have saved it. They could have saved it in that last 20 minutes if instead of it being purgatory, it had turned out that they wake up and they're back on the island and it starts over again. They wake up and there are those whispers that were never freaking explained that show up at important times in history.
We just need to do a show on Lost.
You really do. That could be one of our shows. 8 years later, still complaining about Lost.
Yes, 8 years later. Hey, they did a good job though, because people are still 8 years later talking about it.
It's true.
Yeah,
but that's Lost was JJ with Kurtzman and Ortsy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've gone on to do other wonderful things that I have loved.
Oh, same here. Same.
Generally.
Yeah, generally. And I know JJ.
It's just that last episode.
Yeah, JJ did not have much to do with the last season.
That might have been where it went wrong, and it went and did everything he said that it wasn't going to do.
Yeah, so it's like JJ was off like, I'm gonna go make movies now, but play, and then the other people were like, well, we're gonna make it religious.
And there was also the problem the last season got split because of the writer's strike, and that messed up the timing and the pacing.
It did.
And it came back
really
and the
did.
story was weird after that. So
yeah, it was like weird once they all started jumping around through time.
I was even okay with that. I was even okay with the Flash Sideways where they were in the alternate reality, which, by the way, I would still sell a kidney to get a show that was just Sawyer and Miles as cops.
Yes.
Out of that show.
Yes, I would too. But yeah, we should definitely like schedule a show 8 years later. We're still bitching about Lost, and that needs to be the title of the episode.
To be the title. I'm actually gonna pick up this Post-it and this pen off of my floor, and I'm gonna write this down so we don't forget.
Yes, 8 years later, we are still bitching about Lost.
That'll be one of our summer shows. We promise you, our one viewer.
Yeah, our one viewer, whoever you are. You might actually be somebody I know this time, so hi! But I
just remember all the parties. We used to have watching parties and all this stuff, and then it was so great. And then we got to the last episode, and I was like, "Are you shitting me?"
I remember I was horrible because like I missed a season because like we moved and we were living in a hotel room for like 4 weeks. So like we didn't really have time to watch TV. If we weren't home, we couldn't watch it because you can't record in the hotel. So we missed out like on like 4 weeks worth of Lost, and so like later that year, like we moved in October. Like the first week of October, we were in the hotel all of October, and then we moved into our house in November because our house wasn't ready. Is what happened. Is we sold where we were living, and the house we were moving into wasn't ready, but our house sold, so we had to move out. We had no choice. Yeah, so we stayed in the hotel for a month, and my poor cat was traumatized for like a year.
My mom and dad, after we lost our apartment, my mom and dad lived in a hotel for like a month and a half. That's freaking expensive.
Yes, it is. I know it cost me and my mom quite a bit of money. But like I can remember very clearly laying in my room in the new house, and I watched Lost on ABC online for like hours on end. I would just lay there and watch it in my bed, and like there were times I'd be on Skype with my friends and I would have Lost playing while I was on Skype with my friends, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, catching up on Lost.
And it would just be like, do you remember how great it was? The credits would roll and it would just be like,
yes, I loved that show so much. Frequency was another show. Not Frequency. Oh, what was the one with Joshua Jackson?
Fringe.
It was also Fringe, yes. And that was one I loved. And that was another show I lost access to due to that move. And I just never got back into it once I had TV again.
I was rewatching that before I discovered Leverage, so I might go back to my rewatch afterwards.
Nice.
Fringe. It is like so close to being.
Well, Fringe got pulled off of
my paper.
It's not on Netflix anymore, so I don't know if we can watch that. I don't know where we can watch that.
Do what?
Fringe got pulled off of Netflix. It's not on Netflix anymore, so I don't even know where. Yeah.
Shitballs. I wasn't done yet. They pulled Chuck too. Like I only had like 1 1/3 seasons left of Chuck, and they pulled it.
Lame. Yeah, I was gonna watch Fringe. Fringe for like the longest time was on my to be watched list, but
it has been on Netflix for a decade. Why is it gone now?
26 TV shows and movies added in the last week. I wonder why. Let's see. Frequency, American Story. We're going to move the tablet around so I can see the computer screen better.
I don't understand why they. Well, first of all, why they don't more clearly tell us in any way when things are leaving, so we can watch them real fast beforehand. And two, I don't understand why things would leave Netflix anyway. Like, if you're not in the theater, you're not on air. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, just stay on Netflix.
Well, it's a contractual thing. Is if Netflix isn't willing to pay enough, they're not gonna. Unfortunately.
But that's so stupid. Like, don't be a money grubber. It's either you don't get any views at all, or you get some for whatever price they will pay.
Yeah.
It's Netflix. They're the best thing that ever happened to television shows.
Yeah. But frequencies on Netflix. Frequencies on Netflix.
It's true.
Search. Thank you.
That girl from Twitter, Little Ewok, wants everybody in the world to watch Frequency so that it gets renewed because it's her current newest obsession. So I promised her I would play through it even if I'm not watching it, so it gets those hits.
Please go watch. Go watch. I need to finish watching Haven now that they finally dropped the back half of season 5 to Netflix. I need to finish watching Haven.
That's from that gray period when sci-fi was trying to do good, but 12 Monkeys hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Shows in there that people love, but I never saw.
Yeah, same here.
Like Dominion was in that span.
Yep.
Although I heard that Helix went right off the rails.
Yeah, Helix. I don't know. It only got 2 seasons, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And Dominion, when season 2 of Dominion started, I was trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have season 1 accessible in any way. It wasn't on the website, it wasn't on Hulu, it wasn't on Netflix. And apparently season 1 had 2 different endings depending on where you were, so people didn't know how to interpret the beginning of the second season.
Yeah.
Which is lame.
It is lame. I can't think of anything else to talk about, so
Other than my water, which is a pretty good time indicator.
Indication. Yeah, I'm not, but I fill my thing with mostly ice so that it can melt throughout the show.
It's like a, what are they called? Like an hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is where we start the show.
This is where we.
And then I can gauge how much time we spent by how much water is down. But since I'm out, that means my throat's getting really sore. And my niece needs me to print something soon anyway. Did you freeze? Or are you just quiet? Are you froze? I think you was froze. Well, we did a pretty good deal. We got through most of our discussions before anybody froze up, which is great.
Hangouts hates me.
I was just telling
I have the computer muted. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hangouts hates me tonight.
I was just telling our 0 viewers that we did a pretty good job. We got through most of our discussions before you froze, and you've only frozen twice this time.
I know, and this was Hangouts dropping me on the tablet. It wasn't even the laptop dropping me.
Your picture's still there over here.
Yeah, it dropped me, but I can see me over here too. That's hilarious. Why am I still here? Yeah, it's not there.
It's finally let go.
There we go. I killed it. It was still up on the tablet even though it had dropped me.
That's word.
Whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this show before my laptop says, I'm going to explode in your face, or something along those lines.
Or something crazy.
Something crazy like that, you know. So that's a wrap for tonight. We may be a little late on Sunday, depending on how quick I can get back from Orange County on Sunday night, where we will discuss Legends of Tomorrow Supergirl, which I really liked this week's episode. Riverdale, if me and Barbara catch up on it.
It's true. I still have not decided whether I like Riverdale or not. I don't know if I can sign on for the trashiness.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, I just want to know what happened to Jason.
I think his sister killed him.
Yeah, I think so. If his sister didn't do it, Betsy did it for her sister Polly.
Maybe. But if Betty did it, then, like, what the crap are they going to do for any other season? Like, that would be a severe plot shoot in the foot sort of a story.
It seriously would be.
I'm, like, super curious about if Jughead is going to be Arrow Ace like he is in the comics.
Some interview or another said he will not be.
Lame. They're going to lose half their viewers.
A lot of people were really pissed off at that announcement, so yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about preternaturally 20-something looking 15-year-olds next week.
Right.
Episode.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
that'll be Sunday. And then
we're gonna do Legion on Tuesdays, right?
So we've got a little bit more of Lethal Weapon because this week's episode was so good and I want to talk about it.
Oh my god. I have to watch it tomorrow. I'll try to watch it tomorrow, but I gotta get through Flash and Legends tomorrow as well.
I mean, we've got a week before we talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got more time to watch Lethal Weapon than I do Flash and Legends, so I might watch Lethal Weapon like Monday.
As long as it gets watched.
Yep. All right, so we'll see you Sunday night, folks, where we will talk about all things comic books, except for Legion, which we'll be talking about on Tuesdays.
We'll just talk about comic books all the time. It'll be time travel and comic books on every night of our show.
Yes, that sounds good. We'll do that. All right. We'll see you Sunday, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.